Okay, so everyone, we are continuing Megilat Ruth Perek Dalid Pasuk Yud Gimel. So the last where we left off was that the elders gave a blessing to Boaz, and now the pasuk tells us Vayikach Boaz et Ruth. Boaz took Ruth, Vatehila leisha. It was for him a wife. Vayavo ela, he came on to her. Vayiten Hashem lahirayon, and Hashem gave her pregnancy. Vatelet ben, and she gave birth to a son. So all in one pasuk is the marriage and the pregnancy and the birth of the child. So it was a lot going on in the pasuk. A lot of history all in one moment. So a few things to point out. The first is the words Vayikach Boaz et Ruth. Boaz et Ruth. Bet Aleph Resh. Boaz et Ruth. That's the word Be'er. Be'er in general means a well, but Be'er also means Leva'er, to explain. And I think it's the Chidah that writes that Boaz, by taking Ruth, explained and displayed to the people that the halacha is that a Moaviyah, you are allowed to marry her. So he actually showed it by going ahead and marrying her. Also, Vayiten Hashem lahirayon. Hashem gave her the hirayon, and this is for every husband and wife to, of course, we know this, but we see it in the pasuk that husband and wife get married. It's not for granted that they're going to have children. Every child is from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and it's we have to go through the motions and do if a person unfortunately nowadays Baruch Hashem there is infertility treatments, etc. But ultimately, it's all from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and requires our prayer, and requires as a potential father, potential mother, to ask Hashem for that neshama, so that we'll be able to nurture it, etc. Vayitin Hashem lahirayon. Hashem is the one that got her pregnant. Now, the other explanation is that there's a lot of rush in this pasuk. He marries her, and she gets pregnant. She has a kid. The rush is actually, the Midrash says, the next day after the wedding, he died. He didn't make it till the morning, and he got her pregnant. He had a wedding, got her pregnant, and he went to sleep and didn't wake up. And this is the Vayiten Hashem lahirayon, is that it happened so fast, all in one night. So the Midrash over here says that at this point he passed away. Now, not because he sinned or anything, but that was his tikkun. His tikkun is to fix in the world, was to bring down this next neshama to eventually be Mashiach. Now, Boaz again passes away. It's so the people look at it as we mentioned this in the intro. They look at it as, oh, Boaz, you displayed for us that you're allowed to marry a Moabite lady that converts. Well, look, you died the next day. Maybe I shouldn't punish you. So the people around started, the halacha was, when that person Ploni, they came to him and said, why don't you marry Ruth? He said, no, I don't want to destroy my children. He felt that the halacha was not that way. And we explained, that was the chidah there that explained, that they told him, no, the halacha is you're allowed to marry a Moabite lady. And the issue was that he didn't listen to the chachamim, didn't listen to the din. So there was still another side that were perking up and say, hey, maybe the halacha is not like that. And then when Boaz died the next day, that definitely caused, oh, you see, halacha is not like that, etc. And this machloket continued until Shmuel and Navi came in the time of David, a few generations later, 3-4 generations later, and then Shmuel and Navi said, no, it's all good. But there was a question in all the lineage of Ruth, all the way through till David, and Shmuel said, no, that was all kosher. And Boaz just passed away, happened to pass away that night, and that was it. So another explanation to this is that the Yetzer Hara, the Satan, is involved, and it doesn't want, I said this often, the Yetzer Hara, the Satan, is Hashem's creation for us to become better and gives us tests for us to overcome. When he knows that through a union the Mashiach could come, he tries to get involved. And throughout our history, any step of where the Mashiach was going to come from, the Yetzer Hara made it look like a blemish, made it look bad, and that's okay. So through this union, nothing's going to happen. But Mashiach came through there. So where does it start from? Lot and his daughters. Lot go with his daughters. That's crazy. The Yitzhak didn't pay attention to that. Okay, this is a crazy sin, whatever. From there, though, started the one side of Mashiach coming. And then the next, from there, on the other side of the union, because from there comes Moab. Lot, with his daughter, was Moab. And the other side is Yehuda and Tamar. Yehuda and Tamar, he took up a lady just like that, and so they said, didn't, okay, they could go together, nothing's going to happen. But from there, it came Peretz, etc. And then you have the story now of Boaz and Ruth, and then David HaMelech with Bathsheba. There was, because David HaMelech with Bathsheba had Shlomo HaMelech. So it was through all these ambiguous, or the Yitzhak is not going to pay attention, and we got it through in situations that didn't look so good, but were really okay. I mean, the Lot situation, it was not really so okay, but it was kind of okay, and it passed through in order so that Mashiach, Bezrat Hashem, could come. And if we could see past David HaMelech till Mashiach, after 120 years, we'll see that the Neshama, was going through such a journey as well. So this was part of this journey that Boaz had to pass away that next morning. Let's continue with the next pasuk. But Tomarna Hanashim el Naomi, the ladies told Naomi, so that she just had a baby. Ruth had a baby, so they told the mother-in-law Naomi, Baruch Hashem asher lo hishbit lach goel hayom. Blessed is Hashem that didn't withhold from you a redeemer to redeem your daughter-in-law. V'yikareh shemo b'Yisrael, and may his name be spread out in Israel, the name of this new baby. And the last letters of these words, Hishbit lach goel hayom v'yikareh shemo b'Yisrael, the last letters spell the words Malchut and then Aleph Lamed Kel, Malchut of Hashem, that the Malchut of the kingdom of Hashem is going to come through this union. Last pasuk for today, Ve'ayalach lemeshiv nefesh. These are again the ladies talking to Naomi, and he said, "This should be for you as a revival of your soul." You can imagine Naomi loses her husband, loses her sons. She comes with one daughter-in-law that poor as anything. She's getting older. She tells Ruth, I'm not going to have any more children for you. She thought that was the end, and now all of a sudden, Ruth, she had a child, and this is starting to bring life again. So the ladies tell Naomi, this child revived your soul, and it's going to feed your old age. You're getting older, but you're going to have a reason to be alive. You're going to have this little child you're going to grow with. Because your daughter-in-law, the one that you loved, Yeladato, she had a child. They gave her chizuk, they gave her strength. They said, Ruth, your daughter-in-law that you love so much, they had a baby. She's going to be giving you life in your old age. She's revived your soul. She's better than 7 boys. So who's the 7 boys over here? Like, she's better than, why 7 boys? Why not 5? So the Mefarshim explained she's better than 7 boys. 7 boys. Elimelech, Machlon and Chilion, there's 2 sons. Boaz, who just passed away. Orpah, the other daughter, the daughter-in-law. 7 children. This guy Tov, Ploni, that didn't accept the marriage. And number 7 could be either Naomi, like, even though she's part, or it could be Ruth, that Ruth is better than 7, but she's one of the 7. So the ladies were giving her chizuk and giving her strength, like, wow, like you thought things were over in your life, but look, now you have a new future, etc. They didn't know this is going to be the union, it's going to be Mashiach, but they hinted to it through their words, Malchut, etc. So they gave her a revival, and we're going to see Bezrat Hashem tomorrow with the last few Pesukim in Megilat Ruth about Naomi, the baby's name. We didn't tell you the baby's name yet, and the entire lineage until David HaMelech Bezrat Hashem. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen. Rabbi Chananya ben Akashia Omer Ratzak Kadosh Baruch Hu lezakot et Yisrael Lefiach Achir Ba'alem Kol Mazo Shnei Ma'adam Hafetz Man Tzidko Yagdil Torah ve'yadir.